Hey guys, and welcome back. It's Grant Broggi from the Strength Coach, and today we're gonna show you everything you need to know about how to not look like a noob in a barbell gym. If you like the video, like and subscribe to the channel. Okay, we are at the Strength Coach in Greenville, South Carolina, but what I'm gonna show you today applies to any good barbell gym. Today we will cover what to look for in a gym, meaning like what equipment you need, and then how to use each pieces of those equipment. Barbells, what's the difference in them? What do you need to know as a newbie? Squat racks, how do you use them? How do you do anything inside a squat rack? Deadlift, where do you do it in the gym where it's proper etiquette and it's okay? Chalk, can you use it on your hands? Bumper plates or iron plates, which one should you use? We're gonna show you all that so when you walk in, you know exactly what to do. Let's go. Okay, so first things first, you're watching the Strength Coach channel, so we assume that you're barbell training. So if you're barbell training, your gym needs a barbell. Most barbells that you're gonna find in the gym are 45 pounds. This is the Strength Coach standard bar. It has 2 hash marks. These hash marks for you just getting started are just reference marks. One's for the Olympic Federation and one's for the Powerlifting Federation, but don't worry about that. Just use them as a reference point when you're conducting the lifts. Okay, there are multiple types of bars in the gym. 90% of the ones you find are gonna be 45 pounds, and for most people that's gonna be just fine. If you're just getting started and using some lighter loads, you might need what's often referred to as a technique bar or a training bar. It is either 15 or 25 pounds depending on the brand. It's gonna be smaller in height. So a regular bar is 7 feet 2 inches. This one's gonna be something less than that. I can tell it's 33 pounds. Okay, this is the Strength Coach curl bar. A curl bar is just cambered, which is going to allow you, when you grab the bar, to supinate or pronate your hands so you get a little more bicep involvement. It's useful for curls here and here. You also see people doing lying tricep extensions with them. And a quick hack, if you're in a gym, maybe you're a female just starting to press, or a male, and you can't press the 45-pound bar, and they don't have a 15-pound bar, they might have a curl bar. This is 30 pounds, and that probably is enough of a reduction in load that you could use it for your pressing exercises. If you see some other stuff in the gym like this is a safety squat bar. We sell this on our site. There's different variation. This one's called a Mars bar. It's for people with shoulder injuries or people that can't get into the back squat position. So if you got something going on, that may be of use to you. These are cheaper barbells, made in China. That's why they're over here, away from everything else. The Strength Coach bars are over there. But you can tell when you grab it, it's chrome, it's thicker, it's probably like 30 inches in diameter. The weight's usually inaccurate, the sleeves don't spin well. So if you're in there, look for a name brand bar. Look for a nice bar if you have a selection, and find one that's good and use that one. Let's go look at squat racks. Okay, hopefully the gym that you go to has a power rack. A power rack just means that there are 4 posts and there is a place to lift inside of. So if you come up to a rack like this and you're going to squat, or you're going to bench press, especially if you're alone, you wanna do it inside the rack. So this is set up as if I were going to squat. And then there are these things called safety pins. The safety pins allow you to go heavy and take risks without the fear of crashing or falling down or needing a spotter. So every time you come into the gym, get your rack, set up your bar the appropriate height inside the cage, and then set your safety pins so that at the bottom of your squat, you have about 1 to 2 inches of more that would go down. Okay, so when you set your safeties, this is Vanessa, she's squatting, she squats very deep. But what I wanna watch is when she goes down, where's the safety pin towards the bottom? Can you pause on your next one at the bottom? Boom, so she's paused and she has about 8 inches here. So I'm just gonna visually mark right here, go ahead, continue. And I'm gonna move her safeties up when she's done. So you wanna set the safeties just a little bit below parallel or wherever you're stopping the bottom position of your squat. Okay, this thing is called a J-hook or a J-cup. This one has a nice roller on it, which is a pretty cool feature. These things, the support goes on the outside. So there's actually a left and a right. They just go on at 90 degrees and then flip down. Same thing over here. Okay, so I put them down here to show you what it would be like if you bench press. If you bench press, you still wanna bench press inside the rack, and you wanna pick a height where the bar is going to rest against the back of the J-cups when you lock it out and go back into the rack. You also wanna set your pins on this at the appropriate height so that it's just below. I just had a big bench yesterday. I benched 370. very close to failure, and I didn't have a spotter. Twitter freaked out because they didn't realize that I had my safety set and everything was okay. Okay, obviously in the gym, you need weights to lift. So there's usually two types in each gym. There is the Olympic iron barbell plates and then also bumper plates, which we'll cover in a second. When you come to iron plates, they go on a rack a certain way. So if you come over here, these beautiful Strength Coach plates that are smooth yet easy to grip, have a nice lip that you can grab and you can pull it off the rack. So on the plate tree, they should be letters out so that you can grab it and pull it. Here's the problem. Most people, not knowing any better, put it on letters in. And now when I come here, there's nothing for me to grab. So I have to bend down, which one is a pain. I only want to bend down when I'm squatting, not grabbing plates. And then I have to, without jamming my fingers, pull these plates apart and grab them. I'm strong. Imagine if you were just getting started and not that strong. This could be heavy for you, 45 pounds. So put them on the rack like this, and then put them on the bar like this. We put them on the bar with the letters in so that you have something to grab and hold on to. Now, if you're deadlifting 495 or squatting 405 and you're using Strength Coach plates, you put them all with letters facing in, and the last one you put with the letters facing out for obvious reasons. Okay, plate goes on the bar just like that, and then you're gonna need a collar. A collar is used to keep your weights from sliding on and off in the rack, except when you're benching. Get in the habit of never using a collar when you're benching, just in case you're by yourself and you miss and you need to dump the weights. Now, hopefully you're inside the power rack and the pins will just take it. But if for some reason you can't set it up like that, just don't collar your bench. And for that reason, I tell people just never collar the bench. But you just put the collar on like this, snap it on, keeps your plates from sliding around. You might, as a new person in the gym, step back, or even as a veteran in the gym, everyone makes mistakes, step back kind of crooked, and those plates, even with these tight tolerances that the Strength Coach provides, could start to work their way out. And you can imagine that could be problematic. So use collars. Okay, most gyms will have a big Olympic weightlifting area, and that is where you are going to find bumper plates. We just launched ours, check them out. Bumper plates are like this. They're made of rubber, they take up a lot more room on the bar, and they're for things like this. Dropping them deadens the sound and allows you, like if you miss a clean or a snatch, to drop them. Look for your bumpers. If you're just getting started, you might need something like this. This is a 5-pound technique. It's not technically a bumper, it's just plastic, but here's a rubber 10-pound bumper plate. So if you're deadlifting and you can't lift a 135 with a 45, then you might need bumpers, or if you're doing the power clean or the snatch. Okay, why we're talking bumper plates, another way to not look like a noob, or why you would use them. If you can't deadlift 135, remember, the deadlift is based off a 450 millimeter size plate. So there's a certain height that the bar is gonna be at. So don't be the guy that checked his ego at the door and is going for light weights, but then uses iron plates, because now the bar is gonna be significantly lower and you're gonna be out of position in the deadlift. So if you're just getting started, use the bumpers so it's at the right weight until you can start with a 45 on each side. Okay, so we've talked a lot about safety in the gym, squatting inside the rack, benching inside the rack, using a spotter if you find them. Also take your drink safety seriously. This is the Drink Spotter Light from Massonomics, and it goes anywhere. So if you got your cup of Joe, go Pats, and you're on the road, boom, your drink now doesn't get kicked over, and it can go literally anywhere. So a lot of people say, Grant, the Drink Spotter Light, Massonomics must pay you a lot to advertise it. I say, no, I like it so much, I pay them to advertise it. Okay, again, I think the best use of your time in the gym is doing the big barbell lifts, but having some dumbbells and kettlebells is not a bad option. I would prioritize the big barbell lifts first, but if you finish your workout and you want to come and blast some arms with kettlebell or dumbbells, go ahead and do it. Another thing for kettlebells is if you're working with someone that is weak, or you're not able to squat the 45-pound bar yet, or even the 15-pound bar, you might start with air squats and do 3 sets of 5, just air squats, just your body weight. And then you could do a goblet squat where you hold the small kettlebell like this, go down and come up. And then you could increase the size of the kettlebell until you can get that 15 or 25-pound bar in your back. So kettlebells are useful. We have a video on curling. We have a curl bar in here. I'll show you in a second. We also have a video on some kettlebell workouts if you're looking to change things up. But anyway, hopefully you have some of this stuff in your gym. Okay, I always recommend wearing shoes in the gym, not only for your safety, but so that when someone drops a plate on their foot, maybe the gym owner doesn't have to cash in on his insurance policy. I'm wearing barefoot shoes right now. These are great for deadlifting and different stuff. Check out barefoot shoes, but more importantly, just wear shoes. There's signs up in here, shoes required in this area. Wear shoes in the gym, don't drop them. Don't drop weights on your feet. If you do, you'll be glad you wore shoes. We have an article on what type of shoes to wear. Squat shoes are good for most people, but bring shoes to the gym. Also, it's just gross It's just gross if you bring your toe fungus in here and spread it everywhere. I don't want your toe fungus, okay? Hopefully your gym has a community belt. If it doesn't, bring your own. This is the single ply from the Strength Co. We're actually just about to put this on the site this week, but if there's a belt in here, it's probably somewhere. Sometimes they're like behind the desk. You gotta ask someone for it, but use a belt. We have a whole video on belts, but check those out. Maybe there's a community belt. If not, bring your own belt and then just use that. Okay, so in your Olympic lifting area, there's probably a deadlift platform. I'm standing on one right now. We have a video on how to make one. You should check it out. But the deadlift platform just gets you off of the gym floor surface, and it's hopefully built up with some rubber, so it's gonna deaden the noise just a little bit. But if they have a platform, do it. You could deadlift here just fine, but this rubber mat and this platform is gonna absorb some noise and some impact on your hands as the weight goes down. This thing is called a deadlift jack. There's two variants. This is a single-handed one, meaning you do one side at a time, and there's also a double variant. This one's nice because it doesn't take up as much room in the gym. But you're just gonna put it on the deadlift platform like that, and you're gonna get your bar, and it's gonna go on the side, okay? It's gonna go on the side that you're loading. So, as the noob, don't do this. Everyone wants to do some type of balancing act. That's not the point. Just do this side first, and then grab the handle, slide it out, and bam, your bar is loaded. Okay, so if you are deadlifting, you're probably going to need chalk. Now, chalk is a touchy subject in gyms. A lot of places don't allow chalk. They have signs that say, no chalk allowed. And most people will tell you, or Mark Ripperton will tell you, if your gym says no chalk, find a new gym. I'm gonna tell you, just don't be a moron with it and be good with the chalk. So this is a cool rock climbing chalk bag. All of your chalk goes inside, it seals up and clasps shut. But when you chalk your hands, even if you're in a gym where it's not allowed, just go inside the bag, get the brick. Don't go for the powder. Don't go for what has street value. Get the whole brick and just paint your hand a little bit and try not to make a mess. And here it doesn't really matter because it's a rock climbing gym, there's rock eaters and stuff. But if there's a big 5-gallon bucket, try and do everything inside the gym. If you use chalk in the gym, and then you grab a wipe or you have a gym towel with you and you wipe up what you did at the end, your gym owner or manager will never complain and they'll appreciate you and they'll let you use chalk. Okay, so that covers most of the equipment. Obviously there's a lot of things in a lot of gyms. There's ellipticals, there's treadmills, there's rowing machines, but that is some basic barbell basics. When you come to the gym, also wear the appropriate clothing. So if you're gonna deadlift in blue jeans, obviously. No, wear something that, I mean you can, I'm about to, but wear something that doesn't restrict your movement. So you might, if you're a female, wear leggings or shorts or something that doesn't prevent you from hitting the bottom position of the squat. Wear shoes. A cotton t-shirt is better than a synthetic t-shirt because the bar is gonna hold a little bit tighter on your back when you squat. Okay, so you finish your workout. You did your heavy benches, you did your heavy squats, you're tired, you're ready to go home and relax. Don't leave your stuff out. Be a nice gym patron and put things away. Everything in your gym, I guarantee you, has a storage place. So for example, this bar, it's gonna come out of the rack and it's gonna come over to this vertical upright and be stored right there. When you store it in a vertical upright like this, don't slam it, put it down gently. Now, most gyms, other gyms, or your home gym, I would actually recommend that you just let that bar store horizontally. It's a little bit better for the bushings or the bearings, whichever style bar that you have. But in a commercial gym where people are doing a lot of different stuff, maybe someone wants to do pull-ups, maybe someone wants to do something completely different in there. I don't know, people do weird stuff in gyms. Just put your stuff up, grab your bench, put that wherever it goes as well. Be nice, be courteous. We've taught you how to walk into the gym and look like a pro. Now, focus on the important things. Walking into the gym 3 times a week and adding 5 pounds to the bar. Hope the video helps. If it does, like and subscribe to the channel. We'll see you next time.